It's cold out. For people in other parts of the world, this is what it's like in the ground. It's snowed, and we got this icy cover, you see? This right here is the layer of kind of ice that's over the snow. Man, my hands are cold. Okay, so yesterday, someone in real life, like outside of YouTube, recognized me, said, "Hey, you do silver videos, don't you?" So I was talking to him. He's like, "Yeah, it seems like silver's so 2010. He was saying that, you know, everybody's talking Bitcoin right now. So this is like an honest feedback, because I know people in the comments, you know, there's a certain personality type who doesn't leave comments, a certain personality type who does, and he's someone who just watched the videos, and yeah, a lot of people are kind of saying things like that. So that's kind of like some of the sentiment I'm hearing. And also some of the sentiment I'm hearing too is some of these, I guess, former, or not former, but some of these, quote, silver channels are doing topics like, quote, Sandy Hook being a hoax or a government setup or something. Now, those are not my words at all. There are some popular channels that feature things like silver theories are also trying to say that there was the Sandy Hook was some kind of stage event, or if you read the comments in these videos, people are saying that the shooter had died a day before. All these things, right? So let me tell you my experience with the local media, because Sandy Hook is driving distance from where I live, and I've got a friend who lives like only 6 miles away from the school. So basically, the media is pretty incompetent. I've been featured in the newspaper a few times over the years, and they do things like I'll talk to them, and I'll give them my name and information. They'll even write my name down, and then they'll spell my name wrongly, and they'll get the details wrong, even though I was talking to them and they're writing them down. That's incompetence. So when this Sandy Hook thing first happened, they were reporting all these things that were wrong because they're incompetent. There's a hot story on TV. They want to be the first ones to report about it. And to them, the details are less important than the ratings. So they put out all this information the first few hours of Sandy Hook. That's wrong. They get stuff wrong, and it's grossly wrong, and it's incompetent. And what happens is some of these sites will say, "Oh, it's a hoax because we were being lied to by this puppet media." No, they're incompetent. I've experienced it myself with a lot of this local media. So that's just my thought on that is, you know, so it kind of bothers me that when a lot of these former silver sites are talking about the Sandy Hook hoax thing, it says, man, that doesn't sound well for silver, because they're still talking about silver. And as long as they're kind of talking about the COMEX and silver in the same lines as the Sandy Hooks, I mean, I'm not saying I can know where the price goes, but that just bothers me. Okay, so I found this really good article about the invasion of Normandy. You know, so like 1,000 years ago, around 1,000 years ago, roughly, England was invaded, and what happened was the power structure changed, and a lot of these wealthy families, you know, took over. So like there's the Baskervilles, you know, you look at the names I kind of recognize, you know, Hounds of the Baskervilles, and it's like the article says, well, 1,000 years later, these families, they're still, you know, they're still wealthy, and they're still kind of, you know, they still own a lot of stuff, and it's like, wow, it's kind of like a, you know, the condition of the time. You know, there's a lot of these sites present Illuminati conspiracies and so forth, and from what I'm seeing is the way things work is that you have generational wealth, and some families position themselves long ago to be wealthy, and they maintain and increase the wealth. And the real point of this article wasn't that it's bad that people are wealthy. I think it's good that people are wealthy. I think it's good that there are some people who, or some families who can maintain wealth. It's kind of the concern is that when there's a huge increase in wealth, like productivity and other things, that the lion's share goes to people simply because they were there. Like for example, if there's new wealth in the world created, and there's a huge inequality, and the people getting the wealth get all this extra wealth simply because they were born into it, then that's kind of a concern for like revolutionary aspects and stability and so forth. I mean, if you have people who are mega rich and there's new wealth, and a lot of people get mega rich. I think that's, you know, well, I don't know how the world really works completely. I'm just reading stuff, but I think that the article is fascinating because 1,000 years ago, the same families are here today. And someone in the comments had said England is still occupied for 1,000 years by these Normans, right? Well, what happens as time goes by and generations pass, well, how can you claim claiming ownership to things? I mean, isn't it pretty cool? It's almost like a Lord of the Rings movie here, or The Hobbit. We're gonna see some giants walking around or something, but yeah, it's interesting food for thought. Where for 1,000 years these same families are, you know, owning stuff. And that of course that's in England. I mean, I don't see any Baskervilles owning stuff out here in the USA. In fact, I think a lot of some ancestors were so tired. We're disgusted with the whole with the whole royalty thing in Europe. They came here to America. I think that's why you see a lot of this political thought from America that's different. Is because the culture, the legacy is people leaving Europe, leaving that system, saying we're going to make a better world here. We're going to make a new world. We're going to make a new world order. The colonists were new world orderists. No. Actually, I was talking to some guy, some guy getting his PhD in Europe about the markets and stuff, and he said that the term New World Order used in academia, it doesn't mean a certain New World Order. It means change in general. Like, you know, the current way things are, right? We want to, the world's going to change. So there's going to be a New World Order. What's the New World Order? It could be a religious New World Order. It could be the Alex Jones New World Order. It could be a utopian New World Order. It could be the Zeitgeist Movement New World Order. The word is not specific. It's a general term. That's what he said. And he said a lot of these opportunists in the alternative media will try and brand the New World Order as in everybody who says a New World Order is in on the same exact conspiracy. It's not true. A lot of people who say New World Order, they have their own version of it that's different than the others. Yes. So this video, I don't want to ramble on too much, but thanks for watching. And yeah, with silver, I mean, it could be bottoming. This could be it, or it could go lower. But right, that's all.